Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by Sheinbaum, the United Nations General Assembly has elected Bangladesh's Foreign Minister, Khalilur Rahman, as the president of its upcoming 81st session. The one-year term is scheduled to begin in September. Rahman secured the position by winning 99 votes, defeating a rival diplomat from Cyprus in a vote among the 193 member states. The presidency of the General Assembly rotates annually among 5 regional groups, with this year's turn belonging to the Asia-Pacific group. In his acceptance speech, Rahman highlighted the challenges facing the Global South, noting that the energy crisis triggered by escalating tensions in the Middle East has created new vulnerabilities for developing nations. He expressed his commitment to working closely with member states to protect and support the peoples of developing countries. The role of the General Assembly President is a key position responsible for steering Assembly debates and is distinct from the UN Secretary-General, who heads the UN Secretariat. The current president is Annalena Baerbock, the former Foreign Minister of Germany. According to UPI, a Kenyan court has extended a freeze on a plan to establish an Ebola quarantine facility for Americans at the Laikipia Air Base near Nanyuki, Kenya. Lady Justice Patricia Naundi ruled to extend the block until June 23 after the Katiba Institute, a group defending the country's constitution, filed a lawsuit. The proposed facility has triggered widespread protests among Kenyans, who fear the highly contagious virus could spread into their country. Currently, an Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo has affected around 1,000 people and caused about 200 deaths, though it has not reached Kenya. U.S. President Trump previously declared that Americans exposed to the virus would not be allowed to return home for treatment. In response, Kenyan President William Ruto defended the joint project, calling it a vital part of national preparedness and a reflection of Kenya's long-standing partnership with Washington. However, opposition leaders and critics accuse Ruto of caving to U.S. pressure and jeopardizing public health, arguing that the facility is designed exclusively to treat Americans. According to Engadget, Microsoft has announced Project Solara at Build 2026, introducing its new platform designed specifically for AI agent-first devices instead of traditional app-based systems. During the event, the company demonstrated the platform using 2 different hardware reference designs, an Echo Show-style smart display and a mobile smart key badge with 5G support. Developed in partnership with Qualcomm and MediaTek, these devices are conceptual prototypes designed to showcase how Solara can adapt. The platform features just-in-time UI, which generates and reflows user interfaces dynamically depending on the device's size and context. It also allows users to choose their preferred AI agents rather than forcing a single dominant agent. Interestingly, Project Solara is built on Android, specifically using the Microsoft Device Ecosystem Platform, MDEP, which is tailored for enterprise manageability, security, and privacy. Companies like Target, CVS Health, and Best Buy are expected to pilot Solara-powered devices in the near future. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has publicly urged U.S. Ambassador Ronald to strictly stick to the bilateral agenda and refrain from commenting on Mexico's domestic political affairs, UPI reports. The diplomatic friction was triggered by social media comments made by Johnson, who wrote that the fight against organized crime should unite rather than divide both nations, calling for an end to the politicization of shared border security. In response, Sheinbaum emphasized that Mexico's affairs belong to Mexicans, arguing that diplomats must respect the constitutional principles of non-intervention and self-determination. She pointed out that Mexican diplomats abroad do not comment on other countries' internal politics and demanded the same reciprocity. This dispute escalates recent tensions between Washington and Mexico City, relations strained in late April after the U.S. Department of Justice charged Sinaloa Governor Ruben Rocha Moya and other associates with accepting bribes from the Sinaloa cartel. Sheinbaum previously criticized those charges as an infringement on Mexico's sovereignty, citing a lack of sufficient evidence in the U.S. case files. Despite the political dispute, she restated Mexico's ongoing willingness to cooperate with the U.S. on joint security matters. According to a report by DW, Hungary is facing a fresh constitutional standoff just weeks after Viktor Orban's 16-year grip on power ended in a bitter election defeat. The country's new Prime Minister, Peter Magyar, is moving to oust the current president, Thomas Sulyok, who has so far refused Magyar's demand to resign. Armed with a legislative supermajority, Magyar has promised to make a clean break with the past and dismantle the entrenched, illiberal, and authoritarian system established under Orban's rule, even vowing to amend the constitution to achieve this. However, these drastic moves have sparked debate among political analysts. While many Hungarian voters hoped for a decisive departure from the Orban era, legal experts like Kimlane Shepeli warned that rewriting the constitution to remove opposition figures could open the door for future governments to manipulate the rules at will, potentially threatening the rule of law in Hungary. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.